Howdy all, this is just a test of running two Vile Ruin chambers, one of which requires a dynamite wall to access, and the other one of which doesn't. So this is the one that doesn't require a dynamite access. Just saying, I've had a hypothesis that the ones that are the city nodes that are hidden behind fractured walls are actually both tougher and more rewarding than the ones that aren't. These are both the same depth, 433. And I'm not so much looking at the quality of the nodes, but the quantity of them. Got very easy mods in here, although still just being reasonably deep, the monsters do hit pretty hard. Very much gives you a feel of, even though I'm running on my most geared character in the normal Synthesis League, feels like I'm running on my much weaker character in the flashback. I do tend to kill these things. One, it's actually surprisingly good XP in these. And two, they're just dangerous. Harbinger's orbs are much better in this league than they are in the Synthesis flashback. In case that's about 6 so far. Also going to be looking for any unusual things that just may not appear at all in what I believe they're the tier 3 and tier 4 city squares. So this is a tier 4 one. Oh, sorry, tier 4 is the ones that are hidden behind brick walls, I believe. All of this is just trying to interpret information from POEDB that is not, which is the data mined info, not really clarified very much in game or by any means. We just don't know much as a community about it. Oh, actually quite a lot of map nodes in here. Would have been really nice earlier in the league when maps were worth something. Come in here and get four map nodes in one single city. Especially with so many 16s in here. Alright, so that is the end of the Vile outpost that's easy to access. Now, I'm going to look for the dynamite here. I believe it should be really easy to find. The reason that I knew it was there is because each individual event in the Delve grid almost never has exactly 2 exits from it. So that one was the one that had 2 exits. It was pretty certain to be where we wanted to go. Always annoys me how you tend to have to clear the area around these before going in, because otherwise as soon as you start the loot event, you get attacked, and it's frustrating to have to defend yourself while working out what to loot. Okay, so let's get a comparison as to whether this, what I suspect is a tier 4 zone, whether it's notably different to the what I suspect was a tier 1, 2 or 3 zone. Does certainly seem like more monsters, but that's just a feeling. That's not anything I'm certain of. The monsters don't feel any tougher individually. I think the scientific way to have tested that would have been to check my XP at the start and finish of this zone using the number, not the percentage of the bar. These spots here tend not to be used very much in terms of loot boxes in these city zones. So always, oh, that would have been quite good early league. It's not now. It's better than what I'm wearing in flashback though. Does indeed seem like there's more in here. Don't think any of those spots had rewards in the other one. Oh yeah, I've picked up too much crap. Just make sure before I push on. Yeah, I've got room as long if I pick up anything big, which is mostly very small items. When I say big, I mean high value. High value items are very small usually. That could drop in Delve. Okay, so there's nothing here. In terms of maps, this is you always get a lot of maps in these zones, but this is the most I've ever seen in two zones in a row. Okay, so it looks like there was slightly more in the one that was behind the fractured wall, but not enough for me to be certain that there's more, just it appears there probably were. You have a look at the absurd number of maps that I'm carrying, that's just from 2 of these zones. Anyways, that's all I've got there. Have a good one.